Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to PM Weather. I am student meteorologist Alex Herbst with your forecast for central New Hampshire. Our Plymouth State webcam showed cloudy skies throughout the day today with some passing snow showers that left us a trace to maybe an inch of snow for us here in the Lakes region and the White Mountains. Our high today in Plymouth was 34 degrees with a low around 20. Normals for this time of year are 39 and 14. A record high was set back in 1977 at 59 degrees, yes please, and a record low was set at 20 below zero in 1972, to which I would say, no thank you. Our sunset today was at 6:47 p.m. with a 66% illuminated moon rising in its place, not that you can see it through the clouds right now. And for those of us still trying to adjust to daylight saving time, our sunrise will be at 7:08 a.m. tomorrow. Our current conditions here in Plymouth as of 5 p.m. show a temperature of 34 degrees with cloudy skies. Dew point is at 23, our humidity is at 64%, and the winds are out of the east at 5 miles an hour. Temperatures around New Hampshire show a balmy 12 degrees up at the observatory at Mount Washington, 38 degrees in Rochester, 36 in Portsmouth, and the hot box in New Hampshire right now is Nashua at 41 degrees. Around the Northeast and New England, we see 37 degrees in Bennington, Vermont, 44 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island, 41 in Boston, 32 in Portland, and 37 up to our friends in Burlington. Nationwide, we see warmer temperatures building in here for the central states, 73 degrees here in Kansas City, 79 in St. Louis. That warmer air will be pushing to the east during the day tomorrow and will be greeting our friends in the Tennessee Valley and the Carolinas with much more warm air, and they would love to see that, I am sure. Behind it, though, we'll be seeing some cold air building into the Midwest. It's 39 degrees right now in Billings, Montana. That'll be all part of a snowstorm that we'll be seeing enter our region during the day on Wednesday and Thursday. Clouds were the recipe for Mother Nature today for New Hampshire as it covered the state from north to south, and it covered much of New England as well, even back into New York State. We also saw some showers that were off the coast of New Jersey and in parts of the Delmarva. To our west, though, we see an upper air disturbance that brought some rain to our friends in southern Texas, and clouds that are building in as part of a cold front that's bringing back some possibly colder air into the parts of northern Midwest, though there's no precipitation really associated with it for us here in the United States. The big story, though, is this big snowstorm we're expecting Wednesday into Thursday. So for that, we have already issued winter storm watches and warnings ahead of it. The National Weather Service has winter storm warnings up for much of Vermont, and winter storm watches are in effect for all of New Hampshire with the exception of Rockingham County. Also, coastal Maine is not included in that winter storm watch. So our current setup shows a high pressure system sitting over the southern states with some scattered showers, as you saw earlier, in parts of southern Texas. That cold front that we saw earlier could bring us a passing shower of snow overnight tonight as it passes through Canada and parts of northern New England. But the big story is what comes in behind it. There is that big snowstorm that we're expecting. It'll be bringing some snow to parts of the Midwest, including Minneapolis and Milwaukee tomorrow, and could see some mixed precipitation in areas like Chicago and parts of Iowa. Then the big thing is that it comes into our area on Wednesday. So we'll be seeing some snow for areas like Cleveland, Ohio, even into parts like Burlington, Vermont, and us here in central New Hampshire. We could possibly see up to a foot and a half of snow out of this. We'll obviously keep you ahead of this storm here on PM Weather. Temperatures tonight will be dropping down into the mid-20s, only to rise again tomorrow. Those temperatures will be coming back up to near 40 degrees, if not more, for us here in the Lakes region, and temperatures will again drop later that night into the upper 20s. So, for tonight, we'll be expecting 26 degrees with a chance of snow. That chance of snow could bring us maybe 1 inch to 3 inches as part of that system that is passing through the Midwest with very little precip, but that snow is still passing through Canada. Winds will be out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow, we'll be expecting 44 degrees with partly sunny skies. It will be a beautiful day ahead of that snowstorm. We'll be seeing some possible snowmelt during the day. Winds will be out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, we'll be expecting a low of 25 degrees, so be careful if you're heading out. A lot of that snowmelt that doesn't run off could be frozen back up into ice, so it could be a little bit tricky out on the roads and the sidewalks. Winds will be out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour as clouds will be increasing ahead of our snowstorm for the day on Wednesday into part of Thursday. Now looking at our extended forecast, we can see that snowstorm building in on Wednesday. Could bring us some heavy snow at times in the afternoon and overnight hours. Accumulations right now, according to the National Weather Service, could reach up to a foot and a half, although we will be definitely keeping you ahead of the storm tomorrow here on PM Weather with all of the latest snow totals. Friday and Saturday look to be very nice days, with temperatures reaching back up to near the freezing mark, and we could see sunshine for both of those days. For PM Weather, I am student meteorologist Alex Herbst. Have a great night, folks.